And wrong button. There you go. That's the right button. Hello. Good evening. Welcome to Undaunted North Africa, the second video. Apologies for pressing the wrong button there. That's the overhead camera. Brendan's joining me again. Good evening, Brendan.
Hello.
We're playing scenario 12 now. So this is the second game we've done today. I'm not going to do as much of a lengthy overview as I did an hour ago, but if you're interested, there's another video on my channel from an hour ago where we did Undaunted North Africa scenario 2. This is scenario 12. This doesn't come with the game, but this is a promo scenario included in the game, and neither of us have seen this scenario before. So I'm going to look at it now for the first time. Scenario 12, the prize. While supporting Operation Crusader, the LRDG were tasked with offensive operations along the coastal road, the enemy's main resupply route. The relief of a besieged Tobruk was at stake, and the British were throwing everything they had at a much-needed victory. Numerous attacks took place over several weeks. The LRDG frequently attacked motor pools, where they were able to destroy precious supplies and valuable equipment. So the LRDG objective, which is me, is to neutralise the Italian tank. That is my objective. And when it says neutralise, presumably that means destroy and not just disable it. I guess so.
I would think so, because it already starts with 2 damage.
Yeah, okay. So I need to, I think it should say destroy, but I need to destroy the Italian tank. That is my objective. The Italians' objective is to neutralise the LRDG pilot truck or the patrol truck. So if you get rid of either of my vehicles, then you win. Right. Now you can see here, and we didn't go through this in the previous video because we did all of the setup, but you can see here the starting cards. D means it's in my deck, S means it's in my supply. So I start with a lieutenant, a warrant officer, a staff sergeant, a sergeant, an engineer, a machine gunner, a saboteur, and a scout. 2 fog of war cards, and lots of cards in the supply. Now I've not seen the staff sergeant before, and the saboteur is not a card we saw in the previous game. I've also got a pilot truck and a patrol truck. So I've got 2 trucks. The Italians have a scout car and the medium tank. And you've got rifleman, scout, machine gunner, anti-tank rifleman, tank commander. So you've got some similar ones that you had before. Okay. We also have some special rules. Roadblocks. You can move onto the tile with roadblocks, but you cannot move LRDG vehicles away from those tiles unless you destroy the roadblock. Okay, so I can move onto it, but I can't move my vehicles away unless I destroy the roadblock with a demolition action. Right.
Makes sense.
That would be this tile here. So this tile here is a roadblock. So it doesn't increase the defense. It's just got 7, and the dashed line around it means that you can only hit it with a demolition action. So yeah, very interesting setup.
We've got some tiles with hills on them.
Now, hills, let's just check how the rules for hills work, because they've got 2 different defense values. And the cover bonus is 1 if a counter on a hill is attacked by another counter on a hill, whether the same hill or a different hill. Otherwise, the cover bonus is 3. So attacking from hill to hill, or within the same hill, you've got 1. But attacking into the hills from anywhere other than a hill, you've got a defense of 3. Okay. Right. And I start with no units on the board, but I have 2 trucks filled with people. And there's a new action that we haven't seen before in the previous video, which is navigate, and we'll see that in a minute. So my objective is to destroy this tank. It's already got 2 damage on it. It only needs 3 more. But for me to get there, that's going to be quite tricky, isn't it? Oh, right, because I can't go through here, and I can't go through here, and I can't leave here until I've destroyed the roadblock. So I can go in here, but I could go round.
Long way around, yeah.
Yeah, but it's a way round. Okay, right. Let's just jump in. We've never played this scenario before. We'll see how we get on, and we might have to look some rules up as we're going. Right, so we shuffle the deck, we draw 4 cards, and we're off. apparently, according to this, I start with the initiative. So let's have a look at my cards. Now, units can't do the action on the card while they're in a vehicle, is that right?
I thought they had the they would have to get out in order to do the card action.
I think so.
I think.
Yeah, I seem to remember reading something about that before. Yeah, card actions in vehicles. When a soldier is in a vehicle, he can perform support and combat actions as normal. For those purposes, the soldier counts as being on the tile that the vehicle is on. Okay, so you can. Yeah, David's saying you can. Okay, right. So yeah, David's saying, basically, do I take the short route with the roadblock and no cover, or the long route with better cover? Yeah, this has got 0 cover, 0 cover, 0 cover, whereas this way, it is longer. Okay, well, we'll see what cards I've got. So who do I need to drive the truck? I've got the sergeant. Sergeant can drive the truck. You've also got the the switch seats action that we didn't look at in the previous game. So as long as you know how that works, Brendan.
It takes your whole action, I believe, for that card.
It's a whole action, but you swap position with another soldier in the same vehicle. So the staff sergeant is driving that truck, and the sergeant is driving that truck. Okay, right. Got it. Right. Now, my demolition action is only useful for this. There is nothing else for me to use my demolition action on. Okay. Oh, and the scout car can be attacked either by normal attack or by anti-tank stuff. Right, got it.
Looks like our two vehicles are equal in strength.
Yep.
You know, aside from my tank, of course, but I meant like our cars.
Yeah.
You've got 2, I've got 1, though.
So here's the thing: how am I gonna attack your tank?
You can either blow it up with your saboteur, or do you have anything that does anti-tank?
So the saboteur. Oh, the saboteur has got demolition, and you can use demolition on that, right? Yeah, I don't think I have.
I think so.
I don't have an anti-tank rifleman.
You had them all last time, so.
I did. They're still there. Yeah, so it
tea time for them.
It's my saboteur. Okay, right. Okay, I am choosing a card for initiative.
Yeah.
I have chosen. Interesting scenario. It's a very flexible system, this. With the modular tiles, you can basically build whatever scenarios you want. But this one's quite interesting.
The base game, are they double-sided? The physical copy?
The physical copy of the game, the tiles are double-sided. So you have lots and lots of different configurations of layout.
Okay. Oh.
It's all right. My card's already played, so
No.
3.
1 for me.
Right, so I've got initiative. Okay, now what am I gonna do? That is the question. So what's the navigate of this? Navigate 3. That's pretty good, isn't it? So I'm going to use the sergeant. We're going to play the sergeant. Oh, the sergeant's got demolition as well. Right, okay. And the sergeant is going to use the vehicle action of drive 3. Oh, no, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. I might do some navigating first.
Drive means I think you can only go into scouted
exactly,
locations, yeah?
Exactly. So I think I'm going to play the scout first, but I'm going to use the navigate 3. So navigate as an action is choose up to X tiles. Each tile must be adjacent to at least one other chosen tile, and at least one of the tiles must be adjacent to the soldier who is taking the action. So I'm going to choose that tile, and that tile. And then basically I scout those tiles. So that one's already scouted, so I get those 2 tiles, which means I add 2 Fog of War cards. Yeah, that's how that works. Then we're going to drive 3. So this is the pilot truck. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to play the saboteur. Now the saboteur is here, and it can do suppress 3. It's got a machine gun in the back. So you can't attack units in a car, can you? You can only attack the actual thing itself.
That's right.
So if I was to attack that, it's got 7 defense against normal attack, 8, 9, 10. So I'd need a 10 to hit the scout car. But what about these people over here? They've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That would be a 10 as well. So, and you can't suppress a vehicle, can you?
Yes, you can.
Can you?
If you, I believe, are successful, one of the units is suppressed inside.
Okay, right. Just reading the rules on attacking. So yeah, so choose target. For an attack, a strafe, or a suppress, choose any enemy combat counter on the board with a regular defense value, which is the scout car. And if successful, and it's a vehicle, no damage or injury is inflicted, but you choose 1 combat counter in the vehicle, and so as you say, you suppress one of the people in the vehicle if I do that. I think I'm going to do that. So I'm using the saboteur at the back of the patrol truck to do a suppress 3, and we're firing at this scout car.
Oh, 3 dice.
It was 10s, wasn't it? Well, that's 1 hit.
Ah.
There you go. So, do I choose? Yeah, choose 1 combat counter in the vehicle and flip it to its suppressed side. I guess I choose. Yeah, you have inflicted damage. So I'm going to suppress. Oh, do we suppress the scout at the back? So that you then can't do the same? Or do we... Yeah, I think we do. I'm going to suppress the scout at the back. There you go. Nice. I think that's it for me. Yep, that's all of my cards. It's not a bad first round. Yeah, the artwork's really good. It's a UK guy. Yeah, Roland McDonald is his name. Met him at Essen a couple of years ago. Right, over to you, sir.
I'm going to start with tank gunner.
Okay, so the tank gunner is currently not in the tank. He's currently here.
You know, in the fort castle. And he's going to move.
Mm-hmm.
Move.
Moves into there, yep.
There. Then... what? I think we're going to play the anti-tank rifleman.
Okay, where's he?
He's in the car.
He's there. Okay, and are you going to navigate to, or are you going to...
First, we're going to actually disembark from the car.
Okay.
So he goes there.
Yeah.
And I'm going to anti-tank 2 at your patrol truck.
Right. So you know you can do that from within the scout car. You don't have to get out.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, you can do a card action from within a vehicle.
Then maybe we will stay in the vehicle.
Yeah, I'd misunderstood that earlier on.
Okay. I think I'm with you there. You're gonna do the anti-tank too at your patrol car.
Yep. So you roll 2 dice. The patrol truck has got that type of defense as a 4. So it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 dice and you need an 8.
Okay, sounds good.
Well, you got an 8 if you add them together, but that doesn't count.
Oh. Effort. And now we're going to play the squad leader.
Squad leader. Bolster 2 or Inspire 1? Because we've not done Inspire yet, have we? Well, I did it once in the last game. You basically pick a card up and then use it again.
I think we're going to bolster.
Okay. So you get 2 cards from the A squad, which is basically any of these.
And yeah, it's going to be the anti-tank. Because we need that to blow you to bits.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're going to take 2 of them.
Okay. Right. Next round, I think. Right. What are we going to do here? Okay, I've chosen a card. Initiative 2.
5 for me.
Okay, so you get the initiative.
Yeah.
You take the first turn.
So we're gonna move. We're gonna play the tank crewman.
Tank crewman, yeah.
Who's in the castle. We're going to make him go with the anti-tank gunner.
To the other castle, yeah.
And then where's this guy? Ah. We're going to play the machine gunner.
Uh-huh. Who is...
Oh, I misjudged that.
There.
Yeah. I misjudged that. That's okay. What's he gonna do? He's gonna move with them.
Right, yep.
Exactly where I was gonna put him, but I realized afterwards, but that's okay. I just have fog of war.
Right. Okay. So, I can do something that you can't do. I found this out in the last time I played. Your Inspire ability only inspires A cards. Whereas I've got a card which is just Inspire 1, which means I can play the Lieutenant, and then I can inspire the Lieutenant and bring it back to my hand and play it again. Which is a little bit of a good combo. But the first thing I'm going to do with the Lieutenant is I'm going to bolster. This is tricky because I've got all of these cards.
Foiled for choice.
Yeah. So I think I need to take... another engineer. I probably need to take another scout. And I probably need to take another saboteur. Okay. Oh, the WO can't inspire the Lieutenant. Oh, right, okay. I got that wrong then. It probably says that in the rulebook.
It would have been a little overpowered.
It would. I'm just working out where in the rules it says you can't do that. Because it just says Inspire 1, choose up to 1 card from your play area and return them to your hand. You can play those cards again. So I believe you, David, but where is it that... Where is it say on the card that it can't do that? Maybe that's the stars? Something like that? Anyway, we believe you, but let me know where it is. The WO can inspire any combat card. Oh, right, okay.
Not a command card.
Yeah, it just says cards from your play area. It doesn't say that in the rules. Maybe it's missing from the rules. Anyway, so I can't do that. Oh, the rules don't cover it. Ah, there you go. It was errata. It was amended in the second printing. So I haven't got the second printing, but they fixed that. You can't do that trick. Okay, in that case, I might have done something different, but never mind. Because I was going to.
You can take it back.
No, it's all right. Oh, actually, yeah. I'll tell you what, I will, because I'll play the warrant officer to bolster 2, which is what I was going to do, and then the lieutenant to command 2, and draw 2 cards. Right. And then I'm going to play the staff sergeant, and we're going to use the staff sergeant to recon to get rid of a fog of war, draw a new card. I haven't got any cards, so shuffle it round, draw another one. And then I've got the saboteur, which is going to... Now, where's the saboteur? Ah, the saboteur is in the back. Well, we might do the same thing again, because that worked last time. Yeah, we're going to do suppress 3 on here. Now, what was it last time? It's a 10, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
But I was lucky last time. Let's try it again. Got it again. So
I thought you rolled poorly.
That's 2 10s. Okay, so I'm gonna suppress that guy. There you go. And then I've got another fog of war. Done. Yeah, happy with that. That was a good round.
Where'd you find your dice lock, Horseshoe?
Yeah, I imported some special weighted dice from a different tabletop simulator mod.
Ah, makes sense.
Okay, next round.
Oh.
Okay, card has been chosen.
I've got interesting choices. So this is interesting because I don't actually have a tank driver. I can't drive the tank. It's gonna stay there.
So what have you got then?
I've just got the crewman who
The
can
gunner.
repair it and who can fire.
Interesting, right. So you can't drive the tank, but you can get in it and then use it to shoot us and things like that.
That's right.
Interesting, okay. Interesting. Since David is joining us in the chat, if David is still here, which I think he is, when is going to be the announcement of the next big game? Not reinforcements, but I know there's been a couple of interviews recently where you've kind of teased that it could be one of 3 different things. And I'm just wondering, because I know what it is, and other people that I know what it is, and it's really hard keeping the secret. So, yeah, when is it going to be announced what it is? So that we don't have to keep these secrets anymore. Okay. 1.
Okay.
You got it.
7.
It's yours. Okay, they're going to announce it when Reinforcements is released. Okay, but I think Reinforcements has been delayed, unfortunately. I think so. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it has. And I get it.
Hopefully
I get it from a
sooner rather than later.
Yeah, hopefully. But I guess from a publisher's point of view, you don't want to announce the next big thing if the next thing hasn't come out yet. I guess maybe it's that.
Makes sense. We're gonna play this scout.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna flip him back over.
Yep. So he's not suppressed anymore.
No. We're gonna play the tank ender to bolster, and we're going to bolster crew, the crewman. And I think we're gonna do 2 crewmen.
Okay.
And then lastly, we're going to play the platoon sergeant.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to bolster as well.
Right, lots of cards.
Yeah.
I mean, lots of cards is lots of hit points, but it means that you've thinned your deck. No, you've not thinned your deck. You've fattened your deck up so much that...
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. So reinforcements is hopefully on track for November. And yeah, reinforcements contains extra units and scenarios for Normandy and North Africa and a solo system. So expect to see some solo playthroughs of Undaunted coming to my channel end of the year. In fact, that's what I might do for Christmas. I just spend all Christmas Day streaming solo games of Undaunted.
Sorry, I'm just trying to decide what I want.
I'll be planning my turn. Right, my turn is planned. I'm not doing very much.
Take a rifleman, scout, a machine gunner. Wait, yeah, machine gunner.
Okay.
That's it for me.
Cards. Right, I am playing a scout to do some recon, to get rid of a fog of war and draw a replacement. Now that changes things. I'm then going to play another scout to activate the Navigate 3 ability of the pilot truck to basically spy on there and there and there, which is 3 more Fog of War cards. And then I'm going to play an engineer. Now, where's the engineer? The engineer's in the back of the pilot truck, so I can't really do much with him. So we might as well just have a shot. Just a random shot out the back. Yeah, so we'll fire at something in here. What's in here? Let's fire at the tank gunner. I basically need a 10 to hit. So, but you know me? No, not this time. Right, done. So draw them, flip them over, shuffle them, draw 1. Right. I've just taken a whole bunch of Fog of War cards.
Very sad for you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've scouted like all of this.
Found your way in.
I have my way in. Yeah, that is it now. So we've got that. We've got that. And so there's a machine gunner here, which is a patrol truck. Right, okay. Ooh. Okay. I'm going to choose that card as my initiative card. 1.
Same here.
So you keep the initiative. Off you go.
Well.
So David says he's been told by many, many, many people emphatically that this is absolutely not a war game. I know we've had big discussions before on various live Q&As and certainly on the Slack channel as what is a war game and what is not a war game. As far as I'm concerned, this is a war game. It doesn't have to be hex and counters with tiny little numbers in the corner to be a war game. I think this is it's a hybrid game. It's definitely got Euro elements of deck building and things like that. It has the tactical and strategic choices of what you do on the board, but it also has the look factor of, well, not just the card draw, but also the dice for resolving the combat. So this definitely a hybrid feel to me. But yeah, it all depends on what your definition of a war game is. For me, I would class this as a war game, but I know war gamers that would say this isn't a war game. So
I'm with you. I think it is because it's simulating war elements.
Yeah. I mean, if this isn't a war game, then I'd like to know why it isn't a war game and what is the defining category of what a war game is.
It's almost getting a little too picky
Yeah,
in terms of defining what is, what isn't. It really doesn't matter,
yeah.
in my opinion. Okay. Okay.
Tom's in the
Play
chat,
the
and Tom
rifleman.
agrees with what I've just said. So there we go.
Play the rifleman.
Yep.
And we're going to.
This is the rifleman in the scout car.
Driving the car. And we're going to drive the car one. Closer to you. And we're going to play the anti-tank rifleman to flip him back over.
Yeah.
Longer suppressed. We're going to play the machine gunner. And the machine gunner is going to...
Machine gunner is here, isn't he? Yeah.
He's going to move to protect the tank.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
I think this sector here is going to get very busy. 17B is going to get very busy. Right. Okay, I had a plan. The plan was... Let me just make sure I've got that right. Yeah, pilot truck. Patrol truck, yeah. So we've got the sergeant. The sergeant is going to drive 3, and he's going to go drive, drive, drive. We're in.
Oh.
Then I'm going to play an engineer.
Oh no.
So what we're saying is that engineer can do the card action even though I'm in the patrol truck. He doesn't have to get out to do that, if that's what we're saying. That seems a little odd that I can do the demolition action. But yeah, so what you can't do is you can't do a movement action when you're still in a vehicle. You can do a support action or a combat action. Yeah, you can perform support actions and combat actions as normal. For these purposes, the soldier counts as being on the tile that the vehicle is on. Okay, so basically, yeah, we're going to drive right up to the medium tank. The engineer is going to throw some explosives out of the back of the pilot truck. And we're going to do a demolition attempt on the medium tank. So I'm rolling...
Sorry.
It's 5.
That's me.
I'm rolling 3 dice. So demolition is basically, for a demolition action, choose a vehicle, combat counter or structure on the tile as the soldier taking the action. And yeah, I'm using the armoured defence. So it's 5. So it's 3 dice and I need a 5.
Cool.
Okay, I got a 5. Yeah, so the base defense is the vehicle printed on the thing. Cover bonus, you don't get the cover bonus for a demolition action. And there's no range bonus. So we've rolled, determine the results. Vehicle. So damage marker, yeah. So basically choose a soldier in the vehicle to take an injury. Yeah, none of that. Then place 1 damage marker on the vehicle card. And now, because the vehicle has taken 3 damage, it is now disabled. So you flip the vehicle combat counter to the other side. So that flips over. Now, when it's disabled, what does that mean? What can it not do while it's disabled? Presumably move.
I would say anything. Or...
Disabled vehicles. If a vehicle combat counter is face down, soldiers in that vehicle cannot perform vehicle actions. Yeah, okay. So yeah, you can't do any of the vehicles. Can't do any of the vehicle actions while it's disabled.
Sorry.
So
wrong key.
So that should be flipped. There you
Flip
go.
the wrong one.
Right. And I also have in hand a machine gunner who is in the patrol truck, but that machine gunner is going to suppress the scout car. So 4 dice needing a 7, 8, 9. 4 dice needing a 9. Yeah. Got one. There's the famous 10 again. So
Holy.
Yeah, I'm going to flip over the anti-tank guy. Okay. That's me done. Next round. Okay. Quite tense.
Yes.
I mean, this is going to get messy. This is going to get really messy here. Okay. I'm actually going to move these cards because I'm getting confused as to which one's which. I'm going to put that one there and that one there.
Yeah, yours are so similar.
Pilot truck and patrol truck, yeah. Okay.
With the name.
So I'm going to play that card as my initiative card.
Okay.
It's an 8.
Well, go ahead.
I really wanted to go first. So I'm going to play...
I didn't really have the cards to go first.
I'm going to play a scout to do a recon, get rid of that fog of war, draw a replacement. I'm then going to play an engineer. We're going to have 3 dice. Demolitions again. What was it I needed? 5? That's a damage. Then I'm going to play a warrant officer to inspire the engineer. Then I'm going to play the engineer and have another 3 dice. There's the win.
Nice.
Well, that was short.
Yeah, shorter than the last one.
That was short, yeah. So, I mean, did I just get lucky there with the cards? I mean, being able to play the engineer and bolster it, inspire it, and then play it again. Yeah.
I think too, you're suppressing early and getting the hits. It basically neutralized this tank or this car.
Yeah.
Kind of in the last game where I neutralized your important piece.
Yeah.
So you were just able to drive around here, and I couldn't do anything about it. I can only slowly move my people over towards the tank.
Yeah. This was a concern, because if I'd have gone in there and then not drawn the right cards, you would have then attacked me with... So I don't know what this... Well, certainly this gunner is a machine gunner. That has 4 dice, right? So that's why I played that 8 initiative to go first this turn, because if you'd have gone first and you'd have attacked me with that machine gunner, it would have all gone horribly wrong. So driving in there was a risk. But yeah, again, the early suppression. Just suppressing a couple of units in the scout car, as you say, sort of neutralised it and took it out of action so it couldn't do anything. Interesting scenario.
Thinking having the people in the vehicles is helpful, but sometimes it's a hindrance too. They're not free to move about where you might want them to be.
Yeah, but you can leave the vehicles and move them around. It's just neither of us did that.
And I probably should have.
Yeah, it's interesting because the scout car, it's got 7 defense. Against normal weapons, it's got 7 defense. So your units are a lot better protected in there than if they were out in the open. So you can, and because they can still perform their card action while they're in the vehicle, you kind of want to keep them in the vehicle. But as you say, until you draw the driver of the vehicle, then they kind of can't move themselves. But if you take them out, suddenly they're out in the open. And that's where
navigate. I should have used the navigate earlier instead of trying to take you out, because then I could have gone over here.
Yeah. Me leaving this patrol truck here with the saboteur in the back, who's got suppress 3, and the machine gunner in the middle, who's got suppress 4. This patrol truck is just so much suppression, which I guess...
It would have been interesting if you had decided to try and go up the middle.
Yep. Well, I think if I play this scenario again, I think that would be possibly another thing to do, but I know this was the longer route. But because I've got Navigate 3 and Drive 3, this just seemed...
How quickly?
Yeah, I think it would have been more time to go through the middle, and I would have had to stop and do the demolition and everything else. And 7's quite... Yeah, 7's quite difficult. But anyway, David is saying, but units in the vehicle are super vulnerable to the tank's attack. Yes, that's the thing. The scout car, when attacked by an anti-tank weapon, has only got 4 defense. So if the units are in there when it's attacked by that, then it is vulnerable to that. There you go. Yeah, the theme works. Anyway, I've thoroughly enjoyed these 2 games. I hope you've enjoyed them as well, Brendan.
Very much so.
And yeah, with 11 scenarios that come with the game, and this extra scenario here, I mean, I assume because of the theme of the game, the LRDG are the ones in every scenario that are on the attack. I haven't looked at all of the scenarios, but I think the whole theme behind the LRDG is a series of attacks against the Italian army. So I guess... I think
it plays through as a campaign too, isn't it? You can string them all together.
Yeah, exactly. So all these scenarios here do all follow on, and you can do a campaign and you can keep scores and things like that. There's bits you didn't see today. There's strafing runs. There are planes that you get in some of the other scenarios. So yeah, there's quite a lot of content there, and it's Osprey Games, so production value is good. But if you do have the first printing of the game, get the second printing rulebook, because as David said, they've clarified the bit I was trying to do that I thought I could do, I can't do, but I need to update my rulebook. Yeah, LRDG are almost always on the offensive. And thank you, David, for producing more games that give people like me, who has a bit of an interest in, World War II and certain things. I'd never heard of the LRDG before this game, but when I was creating the video, I started looking into it, and there are so many interesting aspects of World War II. Obviously, there's the big ones that we all know about, but there's loads of other smaller ones. And there is a lot of historical information out there for that, and that's what David's done. He's taken that historical information from these particular things in the period and turned them into games. So he's done a few of them now. There's obviously Undaunted Normandy, Undaunted North Africa, but then there's Castle Ritter. What was that other one that I did? Pavlov's House, which is a fascinating story of a part of the Stalingrad battle. Soldiers in Postmen's Uniforms, which I think is coming out soon. I think people are starting to get that soonish. And then By Stealth or Sea, I think it is, which is about the Italian frogmen trying to destroy the Royal Navy. So again, all of these are based on actual historical things that, I find quite interesting. So anyway, we're all done. Thank you very much, Brendan, for joining me in this. I definitely do this another time. And as I say, these 2 scenarios, Scenario 2 and Scenario 12, are available on Tabletop Simulator as a fully legal to use licensed modification if you want to use it. But yeah, we will say goodnight to people. Thank you very much for joining me. As I mentioned earlier on, these videos are not sponsored, so if you enjoy these videos, please consider supporting me on Patreon. The Patreon support has paid for all of the videos that I'm doing this weekend. Patreon.com/gaming rules if you're interested to support the channel. But for now, give the video a like, leave me a comment if you've enjoyed it. Take care, and I will see you tomorrow for some more War Games. Gaming Rules is proudly sponsored by Game Toppers, upgrading your gaming experience. Visit GameToppersLLC.com.